Ready?
Action.
Hello. No, I'm not gonna.
That was cute.
All jokes aside, hello, my name is Ben Crooke, and after dealing with the loudness of highway cars, I am now back in my quiet home. I am the AmeriCorps New Jersey Watershed Ambassador for Watershed Management Area number 19, or the Rancocas Creek Watershed. Within this area, the Pinelands National Reserve is probably the biggest area that makes up this area, but then there's also the Greater Pine Barrens that also falls within the Pinelands National Reserve. It's no surprise then that my host agency is called the Pinelands Preservation Alliance. So this is a map of New Jersey, and within this map, there are 20 watershed management areas. If we look at specifically the one that's I'm looking after, it's pretty much right on the left side. This region is called the Lower Delaware region, and it's all these blue puzzle pieces right here. And mine specifically has 3 sections. So there's the main stem, the north branch, and the south branch. The north branch is 31 miles long, 167 square miles, and is the more developed side between the north and south branch. But there's definitely still some wilderness that's concentrated in this parcel because one of the streams starts out in the Brennan Forest, which is this, and that image is showing a beautiful scenic image there of that forest. Then we have the south branch. The south branch is 22 miles long, 144 square miles, and between the north and the south branch, this is the one that's more agriculturally focused, and it also has less development. And this image right here is showing an example of row cropping, which has been one of the most important economic activities in much of the western Pinelands region. And then finally, we have the north and south branch converging into this 8-mile long main stem, which is 49 square miles. And there's a lot of, obviously because of runoff, urban and agricultural concentrated pollutants and just in this water because of the fact that it's converging and then flowing into the Delaware. And here's just a simple visualization of how this water travels throughout my watershed. So once it's flowing through my watershed area, it goes into the Delaware and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. But where is this water coming from? You know, we have all of these small blue squiggly lines of where, you know, the water's starting, but like, how is it doing that? And here's your answer in a simple image form. It's the Kirkwood-Cohansey Aquifer system. And specifically, there's a lot of really cool underlying features. Specifically, it holds 17 trillion gallons of fresh water. And a little bit more of a scary fact, it's a shallow, unconfined groundwater aquifer, which means that the water table is just below the land surface in most areas. So most water in wetlands, lakes, streams, and rivers in southern New Jersey is water that seeps or flows directly from the ground from the Kirkwood-Cohansey aquifer. This provides drinking water for about 1 million people in South Jersey. And it also provides a lot of agriculture, just use. And specifically, hundreds of thousands of acres of cropland every year benefit from this aquifer. And this is just a cross-section of New Jersey, just showing how close to the ground this aquifer really is. There's literally nothing protecting it. It's completely unconfined. And because of that, there are some problems. To begin with, agriculture has a lot to do with this. So Agriculture contributes fertilizers, herbicides, and pesticides. Herbicides kill plants, insecticides kill insects, pesticides pretty much kill anything. All of these can combine into runoff, and one way or another, they end up in our streams or seep back into the aquifer itself through the ground. And you can see right here too, there's also the Rio Grande water bearing zone, the Atlantic City, 80-foot sand, and all those other ones. And they're in much better areas because there's those layers of rock between them that are protecting them. And so the Kirkwood Cohansey aquifer system is different because it's literally just right beneath the ground. Moving on to other threats, off-road vehicling is dangerous because it can lead to the damage of many protected and important endangered flora and fauna within the ground right below the aquifer. Overpumping or excessive withdrawals of fresh water not only rapidly depletes this finite resource, but also harms wetlands and unique plant and animal species that really rely on this unique unconfined groundwater, pure water aquifer. And development can also lead to contamination of this because, streams and ponds are right next to these areas, and given the aquifer is literally embedded in the sand, poorly planned stormwater management from development can degrade this resource. Finally, we have just plain old litter, and off-road vehicling and other types of recreational activity can often deposit these types of things just about anywhere on the watershed area in general. And then, of course, the two most important threats of this aquifer, hands down, are the New Jersey Devil and the mob. So, gotta be really close, there's really no fighting that. So, that's my presentation.